Hello, grade 3s. Welcome to this week's English lesson. Today, we are discussing vocabulary strategies for unknown words, words that you do not know or understand. Have you ever wondered when you read a story, boys and girls, and you don't understand the word, what its meaning is, or what that word means in that sentence? So now you can use a dictionary or a glossary to find the meaning of that word. So what is a dictionary? It is a book that lists words, their meanings, and other information about the words. They list them in alphabetical order. A glossary appears at the back of a book, especially the book that you're reading. It defines important words from that book. A dictionary is a book that lists the words. So, how to use a dictionary or a glossary to find the meaning of unknown words? Look at the first letter in the word. Turn to the section in the glossary or the dictionary for that letter to find the entry. If the word has more than one meaning, decide which meaning fits the sentence. Try that meaning in the sentence to see if it makes sense. Okay, boys and girls, you can also click on the book link and it'll take you to a YouTube video to explain how to use a dictionary. Please use, and then on page 96, please use a dictionary to find the meaning of these words. Gear, Parker, willow, splendid, twitch, and yanked. And then for homework, you can write the meaning of those words. And then please do for homework, Readers and Writers Notebook, page 65. Today we started reading Kumak's Fish in Reading Street, page 98. First we discussed what genre of Kumak's Fish is. And the genre of Kumak's Fish is a tall tale. Now, what is a tall tale? Its characteristics of a tall tale. A tall tale is humorous. It can be funny. It uses realistic detail. It uses everyday speech to tell about characters and events that are clearly impossible. So they exaggerate. They use exaggeration when they tell stories. Like if I say, I've caught a fish that is huge and big, but actually I caught a very small fish. That's an exaggeration. While a tall tells a realistic story, the events described are so unlikely they could never really happen. That's an exaggeration, something that it's like a small lie, that it's blown out of proportion, an exaggeration. So you can also, boys and girls, click on the YouTube link to have more detail of what a tall tale is. And then for homework, Readers and Writers Notebook, page 69, and please record yourself reading page 104 in Reading Street. Today, we did What Are Verbs? So words is a word used to describe an action, a state, or occurrence, a happening. So it forms the main part of the predicate of a sentence, such as hear, become, or happen. So basically, a verb is an action word like swimming, running, walking, we're cooking. So something that you can do, that's an action. So if we read the first sentence on page 104, then we're going to look for the verb in that sentence. So, just as the sun was starting to turn down for the day, Kumak's oldest son caught a fish. Now, we're going to look at each word. So each word we're going to try and see if that's an action, something that you can do. So we're going to look for that word. So just as, that's not an action. The sun, no. Was starting, to turn down. Now, to turn down is to flip or to turn something down. So it was up, now it's down for the day. So that would be an action word. So that would be a verb. So we would underline turn down. And then we'd look Kumoks. No, that's not an action, that's a noun. Oldest son, also not a verb. Caught a fish. Caught? Yes, that is a verb because that's an action. You catch something. So we would underline caught. Now, for homework, boys and girls, I would like you to find all the verbs and underline them in the paragraph on page 104. Today we discussed parts of a story, character and setting. We also kept on reading Kumok's Fish on 106 and 107. So, parts of a story, character and setting. What are characters in a story and what is a setting in a story? Characters are the people, animals or aliens in the story. We as the readers come to know the characters through what they say, what they think and how they act. Now we can also know what is Kumok's character like. What is he patient? Is he funny? That while we carry on reading the story, we will find out. The setting is the time and the place, when and where of the story. So where did the story of Kumok's Fish take place? We know it is in a cold place in Alaska. There's snow. It was when there wasn't any electricity because or mechanical things because they would go with the sleigh to the fishing. So then we know we can visualize what the setting of the story was like. Now for homework, please fill in the worksheet of Let's Practice It and read the paragraph on that page of Let's Practice It and send the recording to me. You can also click on the YouTube link to find out more parts of the story. Today we revised our dictation words of the week from page 92 of your reading street. We practice writing using, used, hopping, shadiest, later, and dropped. We revise the endings of those words ending with ed, ing, er, est. So we focused on those words and we practiced writing those words. We also carried on reading Kumok's Fish, page 108 till 111.